Hi, and welcome to Cooking with Sarah, or Cooking with One Fat Lady, except we will not be using that much cream or butter. No cream or butter. So, this is my one and probably only episode of March Munchies. If you don't know what March Munchies is, John via Street G Tree put a tag together for March Munchies, which is one extra recipe video a week that falls into the weight loss community. So this is my one attempt. I don't tend to cook, but I feel really bad that John is on his deathbed with the flu and has been for a week now. So I figured I would do this as a way of hopefully giving him a pick-me-up. Today we are going to be making Hasselback chicken. I'm pretty sure it's Hasselback and not Hasselback. It's you. Huddle, one of the others. I think it might be Hasselback. Who the hell knows? This is why I don't cook. I used to cook. I got into cooking again, pre-op. I was cooking meals on a regular basis and all of that, and then just post-op, I guess because I don't eat very much, I don't tend to really make meals. I make vegetables and meat, and usually they're pre-cooked stuff that I just microwave. So I should probably get back to actually eating meals, but I'll show you what the little I can do in cooking. So I'm trying to remember if it's Hasselback or Hasselback. Anyway, my tea for today is Big Lo's Caramel and Coconut. It's from the Girl Scout Cookies for Samoans. It is very tasty, and I quite enjoy it. I just picked it up at the store the other day. It's got that kind of taste to it, like the Samoan caramely, coconutty taste, but it's not overpowering. It's a nice tea flavor, so it's not really hit you in the face with it. And it doesn't also make me want the cookies. It just is a nice flavored tea. So let's get down to this, shall we? Bear with me, guys. Okay, let's move this over here so you can see what I'm doing. So you have some chicken breasts. We're going to be stuffing ours with spinach and feta, and then topping it off with some mozzarella cheese. So these are whole chicken breasts. I've already cut off the fat, and I've butterflied them, or really just cut them in half. What you want to do for this is really simple. You want to cut down into the chicken, but not all the way through. So you want a good amount cut in, but not all the way through. And you just want to space them apart so that each flap here, because I don't know if you can see that, but so that each of these flaps are kind of nice, not too big, not too small. And you just want to make sure you don't cut all the way through. You just want to go down. That's 75% of the way through. And that's what it should look like when it's done. Pop that on there. And you want to make sure when you're doing this that your chicken breasts are not, for us, come on, we're not going to eat a whole chicken breast, so you want to make sure they're definitely not too thick. Cut them in half. Because they won't really cook very well if they're too thick. Like this one's a baby one. So you just cut little strips in it, going about 75% of the way through. Nice and easy. that. Okay, so the next thing you want to do is you want to cook your spinach after we wash our hands. Hold on 1 second. Okay, so we washed our hands. We want to cook our spinach. So we turn on the stove. I am putting a little water in just to help things along. I should really wash this. So it's thoroughly washed and ready to eat, but I never really trust this stuff because everyone tends. Sorry about that. Got a phone call. So I put a little water in the pan, put some spinach in. It looks like a lot of spinach, but if you've ever cooked fresh spinach, you will know it'll look like nothing when we're done. So, you just set that there. Do I have a topper? I like to cover mine so that it cooks a little better. A little just. Okay. So, if you're doing this yourself, you would probably put that on before you do the chicken cuts. But because, you know, I don't think of these things, I didn't do it. So really, you will take your feta. Ooh. And you want to put it in a bowl. This is actually a lot of feta. For it, I only have 4 chicken breasts. You know, whatever's left over, I will just, like, mix together and cook. So, for the chicken breasts, I normally get, do I have... So, I normally get, you can see me, I normally get, crushed minced garlic, like fresh minced garlic, but I forgot that, so we're going to go with powdered. So, just a little bit powder on there. I was going to go with the powdered onion, but I have this, which is like dried roasted onion bits. It's actually pretty nice. We're just going to put that on these while we're waiting for our spinach to get all melty, as it looks like it is. Yeah, see, like, now the spinach is barely there. A bit longer. Get back in the bowl. Okay, and then a little bit of paprika, because apparently, as I've been told, paprika and chicken go really well together. I don't know these things. My boyfriend is always like educating me on the proper way of doing things, and paprika is one of his. So I'm getting a face full of steam here. Okay. Let that go just a tiny bit longer. We're going to need a colander. We don't have a colander. That's going to be an issue. How do we handle this? I think we're just gonna, I don't know. We're gonna do something. We need a colander, but we don't have a colander. So it has been conned. This is all hot now. So let's move this stuff forward. Put this stuff over here because we don't want it accidentally touching what the chicken touched. So feta, mozzarella, and now spinach. I really feel like I should have gotten 2 things of spinach. I'm a unprepared panda. So, you want to take your nice hot spinach, put it into the feta, and then stir. Because you want that nice hot spinach to melt that feta a little. And as you can see, like, one whole package of spinach doesn't really, when it, like, boils down, boil down, it doesn't really make that much spinach. I should have gotten 2 packets, but we're winging this, guys. We're winging this. Okay. So, now comes the fun part. You're going to stuff your chicken. So, you take your little bits, and you literally go to those little slits you made. Can you guys see? I'm trying to figure out how to do this where you guys can see. So you take your spinach, you take your feta, and you go to the little slits, and you literally stuff them with spinach and feta. And you kind of just want to do it a little evenly. Don't be shy. They really do, you know, you really can stuff. Because at first you're like, oh, you know, you can't get that much in. And then you're like, oh yeah, I can actually really, you know, stuff. And then go to the next one and do the same thing. This is actually a really fast recipe. I've done it with a bunch of different stuff. I've done it with ham and pineapple. I've done it with mozzarella and like sun-dried tomatoes. You can basically take like any kind of like extra mixture you want and just, it's kind of like stuffed chicken breast where you can just, you know, it's just a different way of stuffing instead of wrapping and stuff. Like this is just, you know, and there's a lot of recipes online for this type of chicken too, where, like if you looked it up online, I want to say, I will definitely put it in the description bar below, I'm so unprepared. I want to say it's Hasselback chicken, but it could be Hasselback chicken. The more, I can't ever remember which one it is, if it's one or the, you know, it's one or the other. And I'll put it in the description. But the one thing I will say about this, and it'll make John smile, is this has definitely reminded me that I need to actually eat real food and actually prepare food. Which I haven't done in months. I used to for a while, and it just, I think it's because, like, looking at this amount of chicken, and this is a small chicken breast packet, like, looking at this amount of chicken, I'm going, like, this will take me, like, over a week to go through. And I don't like to eat things now more than, you know, a few days. Like a day or two at most. If you have extra, just shove it anywhere. I have this weird extra piece. I ended up with more feta than anything else. Surprise, surprise. And really the thing about putting the spinach in with the feta is that it makes it kind of like squishier, more pliable. Makes it a lot easier to get in the stuff. Okay. Let me wash my hands. Hold on. Okay. Hands washed. So, this is, can I pick this up because I put it on the hot thing? This is what they look like. So nice and stuffed, and please don't slide. Nice and stuffed and ready to go into the oven. Now, you stick this in the oven. I have a really shitty oven, so I would say however long you normally cook chicken in your oven. I have a horribly, horribly shitty oven, and it is 500 degrees. And it's really only at 450. Actually, 425. So, I'm going to put these in for 20 minutes. Then I'm going to put the mozzarella on. Normally you put the mozzarella on first, but because my oven is so shitty and doesn't like to cook things, if I put the mozzarella on first, it'll stop it from cooking. But you put the mozzarella on first, so that way it seals it in, and you just sprinkle some on top, and that way it seals it in and lets it remain juicy. However, shitty oven, so I can't do that. So we're going to put that in for 25 minutes, and then we'll put some on. We'll put the mozzarella on, and then we'll put it back in to broil so that the mozzarella cheese gets all nice and golden and melty. Okay, I'll check back in with you guys when I do that. Okay guys, it's been 15 minutes. So now, take the mozzarella cheese and just sprinkle some on top. And you're basically creating like a nice little melty shield that will help seal in the juices, which a lot of them have already kind of gone, but if I don't do this, it won't cook properly in mine. But just want sprinkles. I'm a cheese freak, so I put just as much cheese as I can. If you decide to try this with others, you can use cheddar cheese, you can use whatever. It's kind of the nice thing about this recipe is it's very universal. Like, it gives you the idea, and then you just take whatever sounds good to you, and you can stuff it into the chicken and put whatever cheese you want on top. Okay, so I'm going to put this on broil. I'm going to put it in for 10 minutes. And there we go. Extra thing, guys, I wanted to share this with you. My find of the week, I found Tervis cups at Marshall's this week, large and small. They had Star Wars and they had Minions. I'm in a couple different Star Wars patterns, but I love my Tervis cups. I got them. My family was really like, oh god, Tervis. And I was like, Tervis. Yeah, it's nice. But the more I've used them, the more I've liked them. This was $7.99 instead of like $20. This was $5.99 instead of $10. So, Tervis cups at Marshall's. Just that I'd share. That is my sale of the week. I like to do my protein coffee in the morning in this because this holds a really good level if you do 8 ounces of coffee and then you do Premier Protein Shake, which is about 11 ounces. Perfect size. It is done. So this is the final product. I'll actually take you down so that you can see see. We'll just go with this. So nice golden toasty and delish. And I will just take these and portion them out into 3-ounce containers. Like, I'll weigh them for 3 ounces, and then I will have my meals for the week. I just microwave some broccoli, so we're all good there. So I'll mix it with the broccoli. I'll have a couple ounces of broccoli and a couple ounces of delish. Okay, guys, that's my March munchies.